Somebody will just message me on Twitter and tell me that I have friends because they were taken from me. And I pass that road all the time. And I don't know why I didn't go down it. Skip it a button. I learned that they were my real friends. Hey everyone. I feel like I have something I need to say. I got something in the mail that prompted this. So I'm going to get into that thing right here and I'm going to pull it out. So in this giant ass thing we have a letter, which I'm going to read to you. And then we'll pull out the rest of the stuff. So here we go. This letter says, "You've done something that very few YouTube creators accomplish. You had an astonishing 100,000 people subscribe to your channel. But this community completely changed everything. I have dark days still. And on a Monday night, I'll join a stream. Or on a Wednesday night, I'll join a stream. Or somebody will just message me on Twitter and tell me to have a good day." And this means a lot to me. And people probably don't understand that. But it means a lot. And that's what drives me to move forward. It really saved me. Regardless of rewards or whatever. I just look forward to talking to all those people. And they know who they are. But it just means a lot to me. And I've never amounted to anything in my life. I've never done anything. So it's pretty cool. That so many people check out my channel and actually enjoy my videos. Because I've never experienced anything like that, where people actually want to interact with me. And it changed my life for the better. I'm sorry.
The Oscar goes to...
So, disclaimer, I might get a little emotional. When I was growing up, man, I was a loser. I was overweight, which doesn't just make you a loser, but in my school it did. And, you know, I was that kid that sat at the table with 3 other people that were also like the super rejects. That was me. You know, people get married, they move across the country, they were just gone. So, you know the story about me anyway. I mean, if you follow my channel, I got married. I still hung out with my friends, but, you know, I got married. And she became my best friend. And in 2016, she didn't want to be my friend anymore. So we were together about 8 years, and then she left. So I was totally alone. And my friends were pretty much gone. This was at the point where they were disappearing. Well, recently, we had a meetup, guys. We went to Orlando with 16 people, maybe, all from my channel. I learned something inadvertently that I didn't think I would learn. And I learned that these people that chose to come to this get-together with me I learned that they were my real friends. I'm sorry. I've always said for years now that I don't have friends. And it's just crazy to me. I left Orlando last week, you know, and I got home. And I was just I was just laying there, and I realized that I have friends. Real friends. The way I grew up and the way I see my life playing out. And I want to explain why I absolutely hate the holidays. Like, I cannot stand November and December. Absolutely hate the holidays. This weird mortality thing where your family's getting smaller and smaller and they start caring less and less. So everybody stops caring. But eventually I got out of retail and, started doing other things, and I got to, try to jump back into the whole holiday thing. And I noticed right away that it was me, recently, it was me, my grandma, and, both of my grandmas, and a handful of family members that are immediate. And that's it. No one else. It's gone. And I don't, maybe that makes me hate the holiday. I don't know. Maybe that makes me mad that I didn't get a chance for a decade. I missed it for a decade because of retail. Yeah, I feel like I would see it in a more positive light if I didn't choose a stupid company that didn't care about me over my family. And I think I'm more mad at myself, and I take it out on holidays. But that's the kicker, because as soon as I got the chance to experience it, it was already gone. But that's just my opinion. That's why I hate holidays, because they were taken from me. It was my choice, though. So it was my choice, so I own that. But I'm going to talk about my wife leaving me and why, I guess why it happened, what caused it, what's the result from it. Like, I noticed she was, being quiet. And, I just was like, hey, what's going on? What's wrong? And she really didn't hesitate much, but, she just told me, she's like, I don't love you anymore. Like, this person was literally, my entire life, and we had built a life together, and, the person that you would die for without a second thought just doesn't love you anymore. Like, I would just break down all the time, and she wouldn't even have a reaction. She just didn't care anymore. She told me that she didn't know why. She just had an unending urge to live alone and experience life alone. And unfortunately that means I had to go away. When I would go to see my family lived in my hometown, obviously. And my grandmother lived in a town right before my hometown. And I had to drive down this road. It was like a highway. And there was this, you would get to the stoplight, and there was a street that went left right when you got into town. That street that went left was 100 yards from my grandmother's house. And I'm always asking myself, why? Why didn't I go down that road? And I regret it. There's just so many times, and I saw her 2 times in probably 10 years. And I passed that road all the time. And I don't know why I didn't go down it. And she meant a lot to me, and I feel like that she didn't deserve that. And she would have loved it if I stopped by. And I had this stupid notion in the back of my head that she would always be there. It was 100 yards. It was 100 yards. And I would go so much further now. I'm sure a lot of you can relate to that. Make everybody steamroll us. And I'm sure you guys have noticed. I mean, I've noticed. I'm sure you guys have noticed that every one of your favorite creators, generally speaking, are getting like a tenth of the views they got 8 months ago, right? Me included. I got 40 to 60K views per video every single 3 days or 4 days. Now I can't even break 10,000. I can't even break 10,000 views. And I've seen the same thing happen to other creators, and it's because YouTube's gonna start going back to their corporation, where they only push Fox News, CNN, the WWE years ago. The issue is, people like me built the platform, and then they take the money and run, and they use that publicity to take more money from corporations, and then tell all their normal creators to kill themselves. Which generally has happened to a lot of creators that got into a big rut and then they committed suicide. Because YouTube thinks they want to take our dislike ratio away because it attacks creators and makes them feel bad. But my analytics told me yesterday, you know what my analytics said yesterday? There was a message across my screen. You know what it said? It said, less people are watching your content than normal. That's all it said. Didn't offer any tips or suggestions. Nah, you suck. Oh, you think that doesn't hurt my mental state? Maybe that's what it is. Let's change here. Let's change the title. I wanna die. Let's see what happens if I change my title to that. Let's see if let's see if I change my title to something bad. If people join, like people are like all the time, why do you gotta be so vague and stuff? Blah blah blah. You're a fraud, and I'm like. Because you won't join otherwise. So that's just how it works. You won't join otherwise. What the hell's the point? Beep, 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 beep. That I have friends